They've had a few chances, some even half chances na hindi natuloy.
Ariola in the middle, got to chest it. The keeper to beat. He couldn't do so in that scenario. Won it back though. Keeper out of his area. And it is denied by Regala.
Ago Ariola to make that shot na sobrang naka-ready ang goalkeeper.
But the chance out wide. Ashley Flores. Diagonal ball. It's the opener here. Manila Digger get the first one on the scoreboard. It is Earl Japet Pinheiro. Approval in the stands and in their technical area.
At this time, what a pass towards Ashley Flores. This one made the difference. That ball forward from the other side, the reverse pass was critical. And Earl Japet Pinheiro with an opening goal for PFL 2024.
Now that free kick, throw in rather from the back. Some physicality in the middle. Giganto gives it to their main man. Will this be number 2? Not in my house, sabi ni Mark Anthony Bedia. And additional time remaining dito sa ating first half, Ivan. And I think dito pwede natin sabihin Manila Digger would like to get one more. Army would like to do some damage control. As it is in the center now. Will this be number 2? And that's the case here. Eric Giganto finally gets one after knocking on the door throughout the course of this first half.
Another ball from Pinheiro. Passing it forward. Perfect placement on that far hand side on the second post. Let's take a look again. Perfect pass from Pinheiro. A great goal from the number 13.
It appeared to be an attempted shot, but not out of the danger area. You like this if you were Army, keeping the ball in the attacking third. And in the process, they win a foul.
Army veteran there. That's full grab. Army desperately in need of a goal back here to get back into the match.
It's still in the first half, but why not when you can? And there you go, they answer back in style. Philippine Army behind that service from Yok Besite. That free kick on the wing.
Oh, perfectly. He was not on that offside position. Itong si John Robert Solen. Number 12 came from behind, perfectly in front of that Manila Digger offside trap.
Manila Digger faithful. We're asking for a call there, but not a problem, said the referee. Play on. The long ball, hoping to pounce on the counter. Will this be the moment? And there you go, the equalizer. John Celis, the speedster. What a way to get back on track early in the second half.
In this opening match of the Philippines Football League, a good through ball. Poor decision there from the defender. Allowed John Celis to kick that ball straight. It did deflect off the keeper, but it was all the way in. Now it's 2-2. Game on.
We see or take another look at that finish.
People always try to put me down on the ground, but I always be jealous because I'm the right in their minds. In their minds! Screw up with me, boy! Don't go crying in their minds! Come on, at me, boy! There's a fight in their minds!
welcome to the weekend. This is the 2024 Philippines Football League season as we come to you from the historic Rizal Memorial Stadium. And for our curtain raiser, not just for the day, but for the weekend again, we've got Don Bosco Garelli FC squaring off with Mendiola FC 1991. We're glad to have you with us. This is Clara Manzano on call for this match, and joining me is none other than former Ateneo High School Juniors team captain Ken Soriano. How are you? And well, we got some big games up ahead today.
100%, Claro. I feel very excited about this match. I'm expecting a tight match between Garelli and Mendiola. I feel like it's really going to be a very, very good game today.
And let's see how teams will get to go or get chugging in this one again, as we are mentioning that it's been quite hot, of course. Nasa summer season tayo ngayon. It's been difficult for the players. And we look at our matches today. We've got Garelli and Mendiola again kicking off the day and the weekend. At 5:45 naman, may Tuloy FC versus Dynamic Herb Cebu. And at 8:30, we have Philippine Army FC and One Taguig squaring off. It's a triple header today, and don't you forget, we also have another set of matches tomorrow. We'll get more details with that one as we carry on. And it's a heavy day again for football and a lot of action in this one as we'll jump ship to the standings. And let's take a look. Boy, it sure is great to see the 15 teams right here dito sa ating liga. And what are your impressions here, Ken?
Impressions lang, I'm not surprised, Claro, by the upper half of the table, as we can see Kaya, Stallion, and Taguig, three very, very powerhouse teams in this league, lead the table. While we look at the bottom half of the table in today's match, Garelli, they still look to get themselves back in the win column and find themselves in the win column and on the score sheet.
All right, so let's see again. Big implications, as we say, because this is the league format. So whoever will top at the end of the tournament will be crowned as the champions dito nga sa ating Philippines Football League. Let's zoom in now on our two squads competing. First and foremost, we've got Garelli FC. Ken, what do you have to say about this crew?
With Garelli, as I mentioned earlier, they look to bounce back from their previous two losses against Stallions and Kaya FC. It's very tough luck for Garelli. They face the two strongest teams in the PFL, as Garelli struggled to get going against Stallion and Kaya, and the gap in quality, Claro, is very evident with the scoreline in their previous games. So this match against Mendiola it's a good opportunity for Coach Joel Villarino's side to show some improvement after two tough matches from the start.
And we're done and dusted with Garelli. Dito naman tayo sa Mendiola. Ken, what do you have to share with us about this crew?
Same with Garelli. They also look to bounce back from their previous game against Davao Aguilas, coming off a 2-0 loss. Impressive debut on opening weekend. Very high expectation for Mendiola. Mendiola gave up a first half goal and needed a big penalty save from John Betanyo in the 70th minute after avoiding going down 2-0.
All right, as we want to get even more information, we'll take it pitch side to our reporter, Nina Alvia.
Weekend, as you mentioned, we have Garelli United FC versus Mendiola FC, with both sides determined to keep spirits high despite coming from an undesirable outcome in the previous weekend. With Garelli United's slow start to the season and tough back-to-back losses, sabi ng head coach nila si Coach Joel Villarino na kulang pa sila sa chemistry at alam niya hirap pa sila sa technical aspect. Pero sabi din niya na mahaba pa ang season, kaya dahan-dahan lang sila at ayaw niya silang i-burn out. Sa kabila naman, we have Mendiola FC encountering their first loss, but the energy of the team still seems to be high. One of their older players said, Hamed Hajimadi said that they still have high confidence, and he continues to say that he is still proud of them because he knows they'll bounce back and they're hungrier to win. You can expect a match with both teams not backing down as they fight to add points to the win column. Clara and Kendricks.
Sorry, nagulo ako. Like, what were you doing, like, pointing at?
Cue nyo na po yun.
Kala ko, look at my
For
notebook.
that report, as we
Yeah,
are
I was
closing
looking
in
at the
on our
camera,
pre-match
tapos kala ko,
protocol
okay,
already
bakit ako?
on the
Ano
ground.
po, standby.
Once again,
Standby
it
po.
is Mendiola FC facing off with Garelli. And we have our starting 11 pictured at the moment as we speak, Ken. Itong grupo nga ni Coach Joel Villarino. Naka 4-4-2 formation sila. What do you have to say about this?
I think the 4-4-2 is a very good formation. I think sabi niya ni coach ng Garelli FC na he changed from a 4-1-4-1 to a 4-4-2 to maximize defense in their squad because I think that's what they're trying to do in today's match. Limit the goals and limit the scoreline, you know, and get the 3 points today for the Garelli side.
Tama nga, naka 4-1-4-1 ang Garelli in the previous games, pero ngayon naka 4-4-2. So let's see if this adjustment will pay dividends para sa grupo ni Coach Joel Villarino. Let's get over to the starting 11 of Mendiola FC 1991. Naka 4-4-2 sila rito, although it is possible that they will be adjusting to a 3-5-2 while on offense dito sa squad ni Coach Jeffrey Kwaikong. And very interesting again, they do not have their lead man, their striker in Saji, but let's see how they'll get going. And what else is there to say?
You know, it's unfortunate that Saji's out with an MCL sprain, but luckily he's only going to be out for 2 weeks. Sabi nga ni Haned na disappointing yung previous game nila, but he trusts the younger players in this Mendiola squad, and he has a lot of faith na they'll bounce back from today's game and also try to get the 3 points.
That's right. They've got faith, of course, to see if the young boys of Mendiola can step up, because a lot of them are actually playing or play for San Beda in the NCAA as we are closing in on kickoff again. And what's running through your head? It's quite hot again. You've been there in that scenario as a player, right?
Totoo. Alam mo, Claro, playing in this heat, tapos turf pa, it's no joke. So at this time, expect a lot of water breaks during this game. And a lot of times fatigue is gonna kick in very early in today's match. Not only is playing 90 minutes is a factor, the heat, turf, there's a lot of things going on. But I think for these two teams, it's all about who wants it more. As I mentioned earlier, it's gonna be a very great game, very tight match, and we'll see who comes out on top.
Mahalaga din yung determination. Who wants it more? And I think, given the weather, who also drinks more water? Siyempre.
Importante.
Baka ibang iniisip mo ngayon, ha? Tama. I mean, even if people are not working out, it's still essential to stay hydrated. And we are only sitting in the broadcast panel.
Pero,
napakainit na. Napakainit.
Post na tayo eh. Ay tayo naglalaro rin ng football ng 90 minutes ngayon eh.
That's true. So, here we go again, ladies and gentlemen. Stay hydrated. We are starting off this triple header with a bang. Not because of the sweltering heat, but because we've got some big action up for us. It's the 2024 Philippines Football League, the PFL, on the rise.
Pagpasok sabay naman.
we bring you the continuing coverage of Philippines Football League action with the Philippines, or the PFL, on the rise. As we have our toss coin as we speak, we take a look at our match official. Si Chris Mark Mendiola ay ang ating referee. Ang kanyang assistants o mga linesmen in charge sa offside ay sila KB Nanyola at Ismael Pasion. Ang fourth official ay si Crismel Cayabyab. Si Ravelo Saluria ay ang referee assessor. At si Ira Ilan ay ang ating match commissioner. Teams done and dusted with the pre-match walk-in and starting 11 photos. And it's on to kickoff. Final moments. Teams heading on to their final huddle. This is Clara Manzano on call for this match alongside Ken Soriano, a former Ateneo High School Juniors team captain. There you go. There is Don Bosco Garelli United, or DB Garelli United. And you're catching this game on pfl.org.ph and on Blast TV. Don't you forget, this is also available on Premier Football on Signal TV and Sky Cable. Kelme is the official outfitter of the PFL. Star is the official match ball too. Don't you forget to follow us on our social media channels at WeArePFL. And here we go, closing in. Amidst all the predictions, the talk, that all goes down here because what matters is what occurs on the pitch.
Tama yan, Claro. What matters is on the pitch, and I think these two teams are ready for 90 minutes of action.
90 minutes of action indeed. Don't be surprised kung may mga cooling breaks tayo and we are off. DB Garelli got us underway in their white and gray uniforms.
On the left side, yes.
Tama yan. Playing left to right, to be precise, as they try to get this one going quickly. The keeper with his loose handles.
Ooh.
Close call.
Close call, close call.
But this is going to be a goal kick. But what a way to start this for Garelli. Hungry from the get-go again. They do want to get their first win and first goal. Ito ang replay natin, Ken. Kita natin, may banggaan.
May banggaan nga.
And we see their two strikers, their men up front. They've got Django Bad Johnson and Jose Comoin. They will be leading the charge. Coach Joel Villarino, an experienced head coach, has given them that responsibility. So this game got going off quickly. So we mentioned the uniforms of Garelli. Now it is Mendiola in their iconic red and white. They are playing from right to left.
So you can see, you know, they're pressing up high also right now. But Garelli do a great job of winning it back. As they try to find their strikers. We got an interception by Garelli right now.
A loose pass now, and they'll try to capitalize. Just stop though. Some chaos in the attacking third for Garelli. But they get some cushion. When we refer to Mendiola. And again, they are missing their lead man striker, Saji Mohebizade, with 3 goals to his name. So we could say Hamed and his mentees will have some extra work to do. Some stepping up. Pwede natin sabihin. Yung maganda, pwede nga natin sabihin, Ken. Nandun pa rin yung confidence sa Mendiola FC nung kinausap natin
Tama
sila,
yan, Claro, yes. You know, sabi nga ng mga senior players nila na they have a lot of trust in their younger guys. And they have a lot of faith that, you know, they'll compete and they'll fight, and that's what matters, you know.
They'll compete and fight. As we talk about it, like a broken record, Mendiola consists of a great number of players who are playing right now for San Beda in the NCAA. And in fact, they did win the title in that collegiate league.
Just recently, no? Claro?
Tama.
San Beda still proved to be a powerhouse team in the NCAA. Still remember playing them back in high school. They are composed of a very good squad of players. quality on the ball, very good coaches, you know.
Tama. So pwede nga natin sabihin, may first-hand experience ka dun, Ken.
Tama.
A battle in the midfield. Mendiola get themselves going. A PFL team again, or an experienced PFL team battling a newcomer. But here comes Garelli. They'll try to pounce. Playing this one through. May konting banggaan sa gitna. A shot taken, but over the bar now
Just
by
out
Johnson.
wide.
You like what you are seeing, though, if you are Garelli.
They're applying a lot of pressure right now, Claro. You know, as you can see from their through balls, very well done, very well timed runs also by their 2-9s. And they're starting off very aggressive with their attack. And that's what you like to see talaga from a squad who's trying to bounce back after 2 losses.
So sa mga keys to the game so far, 4 minutes in, and okay ginagawa ng Garelli.
Okay talaga. I like what I'm seeing also eh.
Well, Garelli will try to pass this one. They didn't send it to the keeper.
Beautiful touch.
Roderick Fornis. Hamed was asking for a handball. Fornis nga isang veterano nila. He is playing against his former team when you refer to Red Fornis. Chaos in the middle. The speedster breaking through in Fornis again. The man from Bulacan. They find it to Hamed. Hamed sends this one long. Didn't get to connect though with Pusing.
I like what I'm seeing also from Mendiola right now. Claro. You know, they're trying to match even better the energy of Garelli. And that's how you know it's going to be a very good game today.
It's about putting up a show also for the fans, but of course teams want to get the win. That's just part of the process. Hamed. So Hamed is playing up front, although he is normally the center mid who mans the midfield for them. Medyo iba yung role ni Hamed ngayon.
As you can see here, Hamed taken down by number 24, Fornis. I think, you know, with Hamed being their main guy, they're gonna want to match up with him, mark him tightly, make sure he doesn't get on the ball.
Is floated in. The keeper didn't get it though. May banggaan. Cleared off by the defense. But one of the Garelli men up front in Johnson couldn't get it. Mendiola will roll the dice again. I think that took a deflection though. But it's eventually secured by John Misagal, ang goalkeeper ng Garelli. Garelli again, or we can say these two teams with connections to educational institutions. Mendiola, of course, connected or have that roots with San Beda.
Yeah.
Right. And with their name, DB Garelli. Garelli, of course, similarly associated or have that roots with Don Bosco. And they actually do train in Don Bosco, Makati, as Coach Joel Villarino said. And okay, mga pre-match interviews natin, no, Ken? Great chat with the different players and coaches sa dugout.
Yeah, I actually enjoy trying to talk to them and getting to know how their squad was built and where their players are coming from. And with Don Bosco Garelli, ang coach sabi niya nagpa-tryout siya and kumuha rin siya ng mga foreigners with the team just to buff up the squad, you know, just to compete also.
And there was a save at the bottom corner by Mark Pellejo. Pero, or in the process, that ball was sent out. That's shot taken by the near post. Nakuha pero outside daw. Pero corner kick daw ang tawag dito.
You can see Don Bosco setting up now.
How do you assess these teams dito sa ating corner kick? Is one team taller than the other o parehas?
I think Claro, parang parehas lang yung height. Not a lot of mismatch going on. So they're gonna put up a good fight in the air.
So for safety para sa Garelli, nating cameras Banjo mahina in the half line in case there's a counter attack from guys like Hamed.
Yun nga, sabi nga natin, counter na agad ang Mendiola.
Mendiola, the brave man, trying to pounce and go for Pusing. He does pack up some height as the target man, trying to make it difficult for Fornis. Safety first ang sabi niya. Outside ng bola, but he gets to stop the momentum.
Great job by Garelli. The Garelli back four, just to recover, make sure Mendiola doesn't press too much up front.
It's up for grabs on the left. Cheeky back heel. Hamed assessing his options. Try to lob it to a teammate in the middle. We'll switch it up. And it's Keith Edulan. Nasilaw ako ng konti. Pasensya na.
Mainit talaga. Maaraw rin ngayon, Claro. So, okay lang yun.
So they'll play it out on the right.
I think Nikolai Abalos now. Great feet with the shot. Ooh.
Saved well at the bottom corner by Misagal again. And you were telling me before the game, itong player nga si Nikolai Abalos, medyo kilala mo.
Yeah.
Back in the day.
Back in the day, parang tanda ako na eh.
Tanda ka na ba?
Hindi naman, kaka-23 ko lang, guys. So, relax lang. No, I still remember in high school, I had the chance to play with Nikolai. I think he's a year younger than me, but ever since then, he was very technical, very good on the ball. So, expect a lot from him. I think they're gonna feed him the ball a lot of times. And I know what he can do with the ball. He's gonna keep doing the same thing, attack, be aggressive on the flanks, and he's a player that's not afraid to take the ball with him.
Nung bata pa kayo, bata pa rin kayo hanggang ngayon.
Bata pa rin tayo, Claro.
Na-recognize mo na yung talent nila Nikolai Abalos and company.
Pwede pala ako maging good recruitment manager.
Ayos Kaya credible ka maging analyst dito sa Philippines Football League.
Yun pa nga.
Sabi ko nga sa'yo. So a throw in by Fornis. So just to elaborate again on the story here is that Red Fornis is a former Mendiola man. He's bounced around PFL teams for good reasons because of his pro experience. As here's a chance now taken, but that was a loose touch from Dean Bullen.
Just didn't quite hit the ball in the right spot.
We see Dean is playing in the right wing position for them and was cutting in.
Mark Pellejo now setting up for a goal kick. We can see from Garelli right now. Look how high their 2 nines are. As Mark Pellejo tells them to squeeze to one side.
What do you think could be going on since everyone's there on the right wing?
I think what's going on in the right wing, they're going to try to feed Nikolai Abalos. I think they're going to use the left flank
The
a lot
strikers
more.
combining. Close but not quite. These guys are knocking on the door, producing chances. Ken.
100% Claro. I really like how Garelli's starting off. Very strong. Dami nilang shots attempted. And that's what you want to see talaga.
And they are seizing the initiative. They are getting chances, but we see their passing accuracy with our statistics, 46%. Makaka-connect sila. That could spell the difference here.
We can see the match statistics right now. Mendiola 72% passing accuracy, and Garelli 50%.
As there is a whistle against Mendiola, or the Brave Men, as their moniker is. There's a look again at Dijon Pusing. Well, here's the action that went on, kaya may foul tayo.
Tackle from behind. Good contact with the header.
It's Banagodos. But it's inside the box now.
Great combination play by their left winger and striker to create that chance.
We saw Yuan Reña get in the way of Jules Comoin. And we see the keeper is down. So Yuan Reña, one of the men with defensive duties, he is the center back sa kanilang 3-5-2. But it's a corner kick again. Garelli with 2 corners so far in this match. Here comes the ball. Keeper couldn't get it. It's still up for grabs though. Tense moments if you are the defense of Mendiola, but they get to recover. But for Garelli, you like this. You're piling up the pressure. Hamed trying to work it out with his back line. Pormento pa rin.
Great combination play from the back just to get out of that tight space.
It's on over to Razonable. Razonable, their left winger.
I like how Mendiola's keeping the ball right now. As you can see earlier, they didn't just opt to boot the ball up coming from their back line, and they opted to, play it short, and not lose it. It takes a lot of confidence to do that, especially passing from the back line.
A shot taken though, but it is picked up by Pellejo.
Pellejo, well timed and good contact on the ball.
Well, he appears to be hurt again. We did see pictures earlier where Pellejo was slow to get up, as he will receive some attention. And for the moment, this may seem like an unofficial cooling break, but play is normally stopped when goalkeepers need attention for obvious reasons. So, when we get on with it, yan ang ating cooling break.
Ito na ang first cooling break. Since sinasabi namin, mga nanonood dyan, this is required and this is very much needed by our football players right now. It's very hot today. Stay hydrated, everyone.
That's right. Before a game starts, nag-uusap yung mga referees, yung mga team officials din, match officials. And that is where they are pretty much able to predetermine kung may water break tayo. As this may have been the play, or not the previous play that led to our keeper Mark Pellejo injuring himself.
Just a couple of attacking highlights from Garelli.
And that's been the flow of the game so far. Halos lahat dito. sa
Halos
Garelli.
lahat, I think most of the possessions been on them, and they're putting up a good fight. They're very aggressive up front talaga.
As we can see, it's been a different approach for Garelli coming out of their last 2 games, as we've said. They were on the defensive because, first and foremost, they were going up against top talent.
Stallions and Kaya, powerhouse teams in the league.
Tama, tama. And we saw Sir Carl Claudio, the team manager of Garelli, did say that going up against top PFL teams. And now they're against a team like Mendiola. Mendiola, PFL team again, also respected, but I think they've been able to learn from that process and even put up a better fight as this match is underway again. Thankfully for Mendiola, Mark Pellejo is back. And we just got to hear our weather update. It is 36 degrees, but it feels like it's 39, of course, when you factor in humidity.
Sa totoo lang, parang it feels like 45 eh.
Well, here's a chance to unleash on the counter.
Great run, but unfortunately offside called by the linesman.
Was it the timing of the run or the timing of the pass? What do you think?
I think claro, I think it's the timing of the run talaga. Looking at our highlight here again, our replay.
But nonetheless, you said great run because the intention was there. Konting fine-tuning lang, konting practice.
Yes, and I think what we want to see now from Mendiola, for the last 17 minutes, it was Garelli's ball. Now we want to see them hold the ball more. We saw it naman kanina. They were holding the ball, even from the back, building it up slowly. Let's see what they can do on their attacking end. Let's see what they can do on their final third.
Tama. As we assess what's up for grabs again here, should Mendiola win, they will improve their tally to 6 points and will continue to stay in the upper half of the table. While Garelli, should they get a win, they will jump ship to the middle of the pack. We are in the young stages of the season, so it's time that teams can establish their pecking order. You want to get the wins because you do not want to get caught left behind dito sa ating standings. And here comes a long ball over the top. The Mendiola defense getting it. And I think they will try to establish their offense from the back, as you pointed out earlier.
We can really see how Mendiola's very good at building it out from the back, Claro. You know, very simple passes. They're not trying to overcomplicate things.
Nita Yusuke, he is one of their foreign players dito sa Mendiola. But Mendiola are also missing Hiroshi. As Posing gets this taken, but it just sails over the bar. One of the closest chances of the game.
By Mendiola.
Coach Joel Villarino is furious in his technical area.
Kitang-kita natin, Premier. Galit na galit siya sa players niya.
Ito ang ating replay.
Very, very well-timed run by Mendiola's striker. You know, just caught off balance, but you know, Mendiola's not overcomplicating things right now, and they're trying to find the free man and the free space.
As you were saying, they were just doing things simple, passing to one another, but mastering the basics is one thing, right? That's what these guys are able to do. They master the basics and do it very well. As Red Fornis will try to give more offense to them, but numbers did not favor them. Mendiola got their squad back. But with that uncertainty in the midfield, we saw Dean Bolin get it to his teammate who whips in the cross.
It's a great cross.
The sent out to the side.
Great header. Nikolai Abalos now with the ball.
And there you go. Mendiola will try to build up from the back.
They really know how to get out of tight situations. Really know how to get out of tight spaces. See how they find the open man very well.
And I think someone, or from the looks of it, someone who has stepped up in helping the midfield is Pormento. Hamed Hajimadi, often a midfielder, but they are missing Saji Mohebizade again. So Hamed has been playing striker. And Mendiola again also missing Hiroshi due to family matters. But Hamed again trusting his 25 younger brothers, given he is the kuya of the team. He takes it to heart, mind you. He does give them that mentorship.
I think he likes that leadership role. He takes it to heart. And we love seeing that from vet players like Hamed.
As this is a long ball over the top, the two strikers connecting well. Will this be the moment? They send it in, and there you go. Don Bosco Garelli scored their first
goal
of the game
and the season.
And they do it in style. My oh my, you can see how this means to them. Coach Joel Villarino and squad getting out of the bench into the technical area. You love it.
You love to see it from Don Bosco Garelli. They get their first goal in the season. And it's a big motivational boost from them. We can see from the replay here again. Good touch by the 9 and their combination play. We can see the passion right now by Garelli that, you know, they really wanted this goal and they really need this win.
Ang ganda ng chemistry dito mula kay Johnson at Kumoin. Yung dalawang big boy ng Garelli.
My player number 77, Solomon Orbo.
And there you go. We do have our goal. And the confirmation, we did hear it was Solomon Obu who did pick up the goal. It looks like Solomon Obu did move forward. in hopes of scoring that goal for them, because he is actually playing at the back.
Yeah, center back, yeah?
But here we are. I'm getting goosebumps from that goal.
Ako rin eh.
You gotta love it.
Claro, you love to see it from a team like this. You know, unfortunately, their first two games against two powerhouse teams didn't go so well for them. You know, it takes a toll on your, your motivation. Yung mawawalan ka ng gana after those two losses. But here they found a way back in the game, and we can see it now. You know, they're holding the ball more, and they're passing it around comfortably, just finding the open man. As we can see here, it's a good run.
Will they cross? Johnson sends it low. Mendiola have been able to regroup a bit, but this is not yet over for them. And they try to chest it with the shot taken. It hit the net, but that is over.
Good contacts though.
You still like what you were seeing. Sometimes you have to take your shots, right? As we see here, Bolin. And it was eventually taken by a teammate. And the man who took that was Kevin Panogodos. His brother, Bijan, actually plays for the Adamson Soaring Falcons in the UAAP at the collegiate level. As Pellejo will get this back into play.
Won by Mendiola.
That's Pormento again. We did say he's one of those men in the midfield. It's on the right wing. They'll try to work their magic. But we see Garelli responding, getting their defenders and midfielders back. It's just the strikers waiting up front. And there's their captain, Banjo Mahinay, putting his body on the line.
Great fight put up by Mahinay. We really love to see it from Garelli, how they are fighting back in this game.
With the stoppage, we will take it to Nina Alvia pitch side to give us a report.
Substitution for Mendiola FC 1991. Player number 19, Keith Edulan, replaced by player number 4, Jel Season.
Clara and Kendricks, we did witness the first goal of the season of Garelli United FC. They really did not back down, and they seem to have imbibed what their head coach Joel Villarino has said to them. At the end of the day, sila ang naglalaro, and their coaches are merely their guides. Though we did see Coach Joel giving them instructions during the game, he actually wants to minimize it. He said that over here, down at the pitch, if a player makes a mistake on the field, he actually points it out to the players on the bench and tells them what they should have done and how to remedy it. So let's see what Garelli United FC will be able to do with these instructions and for the rest of the match. Clara and Kendricks.
Thank you very much, Nina, for that report. Extra insights again from the ground. Kasi nandito tayo sa grandstand. Medyo iba yung vantage point natin. But Nina being on the pitch gives us the extra insights on what is going on from ground zero.
Mendiola again passing the ball comfortably.
And what do you have to say about this, Ken? They've been doing this so far in the game, and I think props because they are sticking to that game plan of that short passing game.
Yes, when we interviewed Hamed earlier before the game, he specifically told his teammates, keep it simple. And that's exactly what we're seeing right now from Mendiola. Keep it simple, don't try to overplay. If he's there, he's there. If he's not, he's not. So you can see Nikolai Abalos right now. Great skill, but unfortunately just loses the ball.
You love the intent from Dijon Posing to get the keeper to resume play right away. So we did get to confirm with our match officials. We heard on the announcement that it was Obu who scored, but again, we did see Kumoin and Johnson combined up front, and it was Kumoin, who did score for Garelli. So he's the man who inks their first goal of the game and of the season, as we said earlier. It's sensational for them.
I think it's a great motivational boost for them. Getting on the score sheet finally. Let's see if they can maintain this lead na lang, Claro.
So when we talk about maintaining the lead, dedepensa ba sila yung buong game, or do you think they'll try to go for one more? What do you think?
When we talk about maintaining that lead and maintaining in the game, we talk about game management also. Once you're in the lead, you take the game away from Mendiola in Garelli's case, Try to score one more and try to add to that. And that's what we say when we talk about game management. Controlling the tempo of the game to their advantage.
They play this one over the top, pero offside ulit ang ating tawag kay Nicolai Abalos, and similar intent from earlier, as we saw.
I think Mendiola's producing great intent to attack. Just, timing lang ng runs sa kanila ang problema ngayon.
Timing of runs. So it's a matter of building their chemistry all together. And when you were mentioning game management and playing to the tempo, both teams have their respective styles.
100% Clark.
One will prevail.
One will prevail lang.
Posible rin makadraw.
Posible.
Posible rin.
Game management is one of the hardest things to practice also. When you're up 1-0, sometimes the tendency is for the team to relax and makahabol yung isang team.
A gutsy save from John Misagal. And kita nga natin ang intention talaga ng Garelli. But there was Abalos again who tried to continue. He's been quite active in this game in trying to give offense para sa koponan nila Coach Jeffrey Quaicong. But it is Coach Niboy Perimonte standing in the technical area. Coach Niboy, of course, a longtime member of the staff. He was also a head coach in some of their recent campaigns.
As I said earlier, they're going to try to feed Nicolai Abalos because they know what he can do with the ball. That's why Nicolai Abalos has been very active on that right flank.
And then when you look at the left, there's the likes of LJ Razonable, and then Hamed Hachimadi would also drift around, given that he's one of their technically sound players. May lisensya siya. As they'll try to go for this one, the keeper took a hit, or may banggaan dun. Misagal is down, and that whistle favoring DB Garelli.
Claro, parang naramdaman ko rin yung hit na yun eh.
And we see they're calling for the medic quickly. It's an untoward sight. But there was a collision. Both players going for the ball when we refer to Misagal and Dijan Pusing.
I think when that happens, Claro, there's really no bad intention from both teams, from the goalie and the striker. They're just trying to get to the ball first. And unfortunately, goalkeeper John Misagal is on the ground right now, and we hope he's okay.
And from the looks of it, he is moving and well, just getting some treatment to his left hip from the looks of it.
Opportunity rin yan for a cooling break, for him to breathe. It's very hot.
And from the looks of it, as we have our fans, action stop. Sila naman nagsa-cellphone break.
Baka nanonood sa live stream.
Okay, yeah. may instant highlights
May
sila.
instant highlights sila yun.
That's right, and we've got a great number of platforms to catch the action. You can catch it on pfl.org.ph, Blast TV, and Premier Football on Signal TV and Sky Cable. And don't you forget to follow us on our social media channels at WeArePFL. Use the hashtag PFLOnTheRice to tag us with your photos. And we've had some stoppages for our respective goalkeepers, and the referees have also used those windows to call for the cooling breaks already. Sakto lang pala na may mga keeper na kailangan ng treatment, so na-signal na rin yung ating cooling break. We do not want these accidents or incidents to occur to our goalkeepers, but it just so happens that these two men here in John Misagal for Garelli and Mark Pellejo have put their body on the line. And that's part of the game, right, Ken?
Part of the game, definitely, Claro. Just an unfortunate collision from the two. But we can see John Misagal. He's all right now and standing up. Looks like he's doing well.
Nandun kasi yung kumbiyansa kay Misagal at ang buong Garelli squad dahil sa kanilang goal. And they want to build off that energy.
Yes, looking back at that play, Claro, I like the aggression John Misagal takes in charging forward for the ball. I think earlier we saw a couple of Mendiola strikers going towards the ball also. And I like how the keeper went out, grabbed the ball, and put his body on the line. 34 minutes in, Don Bosco Garelli up by 1.
And so far, so good for them.
So far, so good.
After picking up the goal, their defense has been able to hold the fort, while we could say for Mendiola, they'll try to break them down.
Still lots of energy from both teams, though.
Right, of course, this takes a lot of stamina to play the beautiful game. Coach Joel Villarino did say that they could still improve in that aspect, as he said in our pre-match discussions. But play resumes. As we saw, John Misagal is able to continue. They got to thread the needle. It's on to Hamed. Hamed playing it out wide now. Razonable the cross, and it was denied. And we have the brick wall named Solomon Obu playing center back for Garelli. And Solomon Obu is one of those expats who have been in the Philippines for a very long time. I do recall hearing his name also in the likes of the Sevens League. And it's no surprise some of these guys get picked up to play professional.
We can see Mendiola take that short corner.
And that was Obu who took the fall. But Mendiola trying to get their numbers. May konting banggaan dun sa gitna, and we unleash on the left wing.
Now we have a counter by Garelli. Let's see what they can do with this counter.
Kumoin. To say that the confidence is there for Garelli is an understatement. May dagdag angas eh. Iba pa yun eh.
They're putting up that dog fight. We talked about that last game, Claro.
Tama. But this was whipped in. It looked like Nikolai Abalos was able to keep it in.
I think he changed from the right flank. He's now playing on the left side.
But Mendiola tried to get it going on the other end, and it's offside again. A handful of offsides for them already. That's about the fourth already in this one. Here was the call. It was quite tough to judge there, but nandun naman yung linesman sa harap. As we assess our statistics, Garelli with the goal, but something that has been in contrast is the passing accuracy. Naka 76% ang Mendiola.
Yun nga rin napansin
Garelli
ko, Claro.
58. What do you have to say about that, Ken?
I think with the passing accuracy of Mendiola, we can see how they're able to keep the ball very well. But at the same time, you know, possession and passing accuracy don't really win the game. I think they have to take more shots on target, as we can see from the statistics here. Despite Mendiola having 2 shots, they have 0 shots on target. Despite, we can see the intent naman from Mendiola. They're very aggressive in attack. Just unfortunate lang talaga.
As Obu denied that ball in from Abalos. Lamang na nga ang Garelli. Pero kita nga natin, medyo galit pa si Coach Joel. And he is furious. He wants more.
He wants more goals.
Abalos, that was a lovely fake. The low cross denied. And here we go.
It's a foot race now. They're off to the races.
What a run from our goal scorer, Kumoin, taking it up on his own.
Still has the ball. Wow.
He has his buddy Johnson up front. So virtually a 2-on-5. What a run. Pwede yan pang ano, pwede rin yan pang track and field.
Pwede, Claro. Tansya ko, Claro, kaya mo mag-track and field against Garelli strikers.
Multi-sport pala posible. Collision again, friendly fire. Obu and Misagal colliding. But high fives because they saw that they had the correct intentions again. Same team.
Same team, yes.
Goalkeeper, center
You can
back.
see here, just good cross, decent cross by Abalos, but miscommunication from John Misagal and his center back.
This came off the head of Banjo Mahinay, their skipper. And we saw Abalos has really changed things up in this game by shifting to the left wing. We're 6 minutes away from additional time. And it's Garelli now who will try to pounce. Mendiola in response have been dictating play and trying to attack. And Garelli are showing their defensive force as we see more fans enjoying the action here. It's just the first match of the day. It's just the first match of the weekend. We invite you to join us here at the Rizal Memorial Stadium in Manila. Later on, we have Tuloy FC and Cebu squaring off at 5:45 p.m. At 8:30, our main event, we have Army versus One Taguig. As we see the flag stays down here, Mendiola getting their numbers forward, negotiating traffic. The save though by the keeper. An attempted follow-up, but it is no good.
Great save by John Misagal. See from the replay here. I believe this is Nikolai Abalos with the ball. Very, very technical player. Takes it inside the box by himself. Decent space to shoot, but even better defending by John Misagal as he gets the save.
Nikolai Abalos all over the place.
Making it happen. Nikolai Abalos making it happen for Mendiola. He's been very aggressive up front.
Two educational institutions again squaring off, or we could say these two clubs have their roots with educational institutions. Mendiola again trace their history to San Beda. They do have players who play for San Beda in the collegiate level. DB Garelli United on the other hand, similarly, but for the Don Bosco schools around the Philippines, according to their social media page.
Ooh.
Medyo delikado yung clearance na yun.
Misdirected clearance.
Parang naging shot off target. Buti nga off target.
Off target.
But as we see, it's a corner again.
Let's see if Mendiola will do another short play. Perhaps he's gonna swing it in this time.
It looks like they're going to try to change it up with their corner kicks. Hamed takes this, the in-swinger. He'll try to take it. It came off a man, and the
Another
referee
corner.
says, corner again, pero sa kabila. Mukhang dumodouble time ang Garelli dito sa depensa. Back-to-back corners to defend.
We can really see Coach Joel Villarino instructing his players. We love seeing that from a coach. No, Claro? Very active.
Napaka-passionate, no?
Passionate talaga.
He's there for his boys.
Abalos now with a swing in.
Ooh. This one going quite long. Corner kick again. You
Third
like
straight
this.
corner.
You like this for Mendiola, piling up the pressure. He'll try to force a hole in the Garelli backline that has been solid in this game. And here we go, taken quickly, the header. We have a whistle as that went off target. Chris Mark Nanyola saw that there was an infraction. So Chris Mark Nanyola, yung ating referee. Here was that play. We saw Solomon Obu get floored, so that may be the potential reason why. And before the corner kick, kita nga natin, may mga reminders mula sa ating referee. May mga konting siko-siko doon sa goalkeeper box. Teams just trying to get their advantage over the other.
I think during corner kicks, Claro, it's very hard to stop those battles. You know, arms going up inside the box, trying to fight for that header. You know, so these things they happen a lot.
At doon nga sa mga corner kick, lamang yung mga matangkad at yung mga athletic na player.
We can see a ball fight here.
Johnson committing the infraction. I think he was holding on to the back.
Mendiola now with a ball, trying to find options.
And
Again, keeping it simple.
tuloy pa rin ang kanilang plano. I think you also have to applaud the discipline now that we talk about it. You're down, but you're sticking to your game plan, but the flag is up from our linesman on the other end. Napakataas ang offside dito.
I think also Hamed, in our pre-match interview, also mentioned stick to the game plan. You know, and despite Garelli being up by 1, Mendiola are still sticking to their game plan of keeping it simple, moving the ball around.
As we have stoppage, it looks like we have a team physiotherapist to check on one of their players. It is Hamed, who is back on his feet, just getting some spray. And let's assess the options of the bench for both teams. They did say it is big again that Saji Mohebizade is out due to injury, and we wish him a speedy recovery. As we have 6 minutes of additional time, as sport official Chris Melcayabyab confirmed. But there is also Kirk M&C on the bench for Mendiola, who could give them much needed offense. He is the Golden Boot winner in the NCAA. But we look at the options of Garelli. When we look at their strikers, they do have Fonteneles de Quirios, who could potentially come off the bench based on their team sheet. But they have their 2 main strikers off the bench already for them, or who started, rather. And it's secured by Mendiola.
Just unfortunate trying to find that half space.
Hamed headed it out to the side.
Mendiola playing it back to their goalie.
Some nervous moments there from Pellejo, because he wasn't so confident in the way he was moving. There was Jules Kumoin making it difficult.
Pellejo also frustrated with that ball that he was given. I think he was asking for options. You know, when those scenarios happen, when you pass it back to the goalie, you know, teams want to keep it. And I think Mark Pellejo wanted a better third man option on the other side.
Kaya naging outside kanina. And we see this with Garelli. As a result of that pressure, Mendiola mishandling the ball. May corner kick naman dito ang Garelli. As they send this one in, the keeper got his gloves to it. It's on to no man's land. Throw in ang tawag dito. Here's a look at that set piece.
Beautiful ball in. Good hands by Mark Pellejo just to punch it out.
No long throwers from the looks of it for Garelli. It's quite rare to see long throwers in this sport. As Mendiola will try to negotiate the traffic. Taken quickly. You love the initiative. But it's sent to the back once more. About 3 more minutes in additional time.
Speaking of long throws, Claro, parang uso yun sa UAAP college football.
Tama.
Ang daming naglo-long throw eh.
Tama.
Numero 1 dyan, Ateneo. You know, they They love that long throw, set piece.
We do see that one often. And as we said, I meant it in a good way. Turn back the clock. Anton Del Rosario's back. He gave a signature long throw. I mean, Anton Del Rosario, of course, playing for Maharlika. What we see here, it's good old technical play from Mendiola FC. They knock it out wide now. And it's whipped in. An early cross from the looks of it.
Ball fight in the air.
Abelos will try to keep the fire in this spell now. The shot, though, from distance, but definitely not framed. We saw Mendiola were frustrated with the way it was taken. Misaga will take it again. And they'd be glad to end this first half as soon as possible, given the way things are going for them. I say it in a good way kasi lamang sila. What's very interesting to point out dito, Ken, is that we've had Obu and other players take the goal kicks dito para sa Garelli. Oh, na-fake tayo dito.
Na-fake rin ako.
Pati ikaw kumagat sa peke na yun.
Kala ko center back long ball eh.
But they did actually earlier in the game. Changing it up. Pero dito,
Foot race now.
na-fake tayo. A chance now. The keeper to beat. And it's good. Goal number 2 for Garelli. And it is by Jules Kumoin in added time.
Jules Kumoin adding one more for Garelli. You can see from their bench, everyone's ecstatic about that goal. We can see that lovely run by Jules Kumoin. Foot race, too fast for the defender. And he just slots it in, the goal.
And spreading his wings and flying away. Beating Mark Pellejo.
Claro, this is what I mean when we talk about game management, taking the game away from the opposing team. Adding more to the score sheet, making it harder for Mendiola.
And we could say that earlier that Garelli wanted to end the first half because it was going well. Momentum was with
Momentum
Mendiola.
was with them, yes.
Like a goal against the run of play, you flip the switch, hey, you'll take it, right? Sabi nga natin, nandun yung mga players ng DB Garelli United up front, giving us the foot races that you were saying, and they won it right there.
Coach Villarino definitely happy about that second goal. What a way to end the first half for Garelli. Up by 2.
And of course, if you're any coach and you're leading in the game, if you can sneak in one goal before the halftime whistle, hey, why not? You'll
Why
definitely
not?
take it, right? And their goals are from team play. You gotta love it. The assists here and there. And I think that 4-4-2 or the shift to the 4-4-2 is working
Definitely
wonders here.
I gotta point out also what a beautiful through ball made. Well executed, weight of the pass was there. Good weight of the pass was there.
And that play was Ken Soriano approved. Of course, with you being a former player, breaking down the plays, right? But Mendiola will try to sneak one in because we still have some minutes added. We're past the 6th minute, but because of the stoppages, Chris Martagnola has given some time at his discretion. So you see the legs of Ladines and Razonable trying to give them offense, but here's a chance. Napusing skies this one though. It is over the crossbar. That's the last kick of the first half. 2 goals from Jules Kumoin, and we will take it to the dugout. But what a half here. This is only the first 45 minutes of the game, and boy, it's been a treat.
As I expected earlier, Claro, before the match, I knew it was gonna be a good, tight match between these two, and I love the passion and the fight that Garelli put in this first half.
And as we see again at halftime, it is DB Garelli United FC 2, Mendiola FC 1991 0, and we will be back in a bit for your halftime analysis and statistics. Don't
po, halftime. Any ano po na? Sir, anytime po ng halftime. Sabi po ni Direk, mag-gap daw muna tayo and then after gap, balik tayo. CCSR na yung mag-open and siya na rin daw po yung mag-gap.
Army kick off this match behind Ariola, and we are finally off.
Do a restart here.
Shin, dito naman daw sa kabila, sabi niya. Will they cross? They send it in low, but they couldn't connect on the other side with Giganto.
They've had a few chances, some even half chances na hindi natuloy.
Ariola in the middle, got to chest it. The keeper to beat. He couldn't do so in that scenario. Won it back though. keeper out of his area. And it is denied by Regala.
Here with me on the pitch, we have Mendiola FC, Saji Mohebizadeh. Unfortunately, he won't be playing due to an injury. But watching the team from the outside, what can you say about their performance in the first half?
In the first half, I don't know why my team is like that. Plays very bad defense, but I hopefully in the second half time is very better because now he's not good defense, not good. I don't know, not good tactical, but because we have a good coach, very good coach, and very technical coach. But I don't know why play like that. But I hopefully his second half time is very better. Is very better. Hopefully is very better.
Your teammates actually had a couple of goal attempts, so what do you think they should have done to be able to follow it through and convert them to goals?
I think so, not losing this match. I think so, not losing this match because I think coach in the second match in the locker room they talking a lot of tactical, and I think we can win. Of course, we can win because we have a good teammate, we have good player, we have a good striker, but we have a lot of work. We have a lot of running, but this is first half is very. I don't know, it's very slow play, it's like that. I don't know why like that, but I hopefully is second half is we win. I hopefully, yeah.
Thank you so much for joining us, Saji, and I wish the best of luck to your team in the second half. And stay tuned to everyone and get ready for what's to come in the second half.
To make that shot na sobrang naka-ready ang goalkeeper.
Put the chance out wide. Ashley Flores. Diagonal ball. It's the opener here. Manila Digger get the first one on the scoreboard. It is Earl Japet Pinheiro. Approval in the stands and in their technical area.
At this time, what a pass towards Ashley Flores. This one made the difference. That ball forward from the other side, the reverse pass was critical. And Earl Zapet Pinheiro with an opening goal for PFL 2024.
Now that free kick, throw in rather from the back. Some physicality in the middle. Giganto gives it to their main man. Will this be number 2? Not in my house, sabi ni Mark Anthony Bedia. And additional time remaining dito sa ating first half, Ivan. And I think dito pwede natin sabihin Manila Digger would like to get one more. Army would like to do some damage control. As it is in the center now. Will this be number? We are currently at the halftime break between DB Garelli United FC and Mendiola FC in 1991. And as we speak, Jules Kumoin, a man on a mission. 2 goals in the first half, and Garelli are out to claim their first points of the season. You can put a check mark because they've scored their first goals of the season, but here was the action. definitely a plenty, Ken. And why don't we break down the highlights that's going on?
I think looking at the highlights from the first half, Claro, we can really see the aggression and the intent of Garelli to attack and get those 2 goals. As we can see here from number 10,
That's the first goal.
Johnson with the first goal.
Setting up Kumoin, rather. Yes.
Yes, and we can really see the amount of shots that they've been taking in this first half. From our statistics here, Garelli with 9 shots and
right.
4 shots on target.
Yep, we'll get into the statistics later on, but here are the plays that sure wowed us and took us off our seats also.
And we can see here again, Jules Como in
Second goal.
with the second goal for Garelli. Okay. And despite, even if they have that intent to attack, Garelli still manages to keep their defensive line in shape. Great job from the back line and their goalie keeping a clean sheet in this first half.
That's right. As we did see, Mendiola have had good spells in dictating the tempo in this game, but Garelli have been able to hold the fort. It's just a matter of whose style and who will prevail here, as you were talking about in the first half. One team will dictate tempo, of course, in hopes of sealing that win. But here are the statistics that we were talking about, and what do you have to say so far?
It's very surprising with this game. I think a lot of people wanted or saw Mendiola FC taking this game, but from the possession and the shots on target and the result right now, 56% possession from Don Bosco Garelli United, while Mendiola has 44% possession. Garelli has 9 shots to Mendiola's 4 shots.
So there you go, and we just want to give you a reminder that we are powered by 8 Cuts Burgers. In between matches, go grab yourself some onion rings from 8 Cuts just outside the grandstand. Sino ba alis sa atin mamaya? Ngayon, bibili ng 8 Cuts.
Tsaka ako na lang muna.
Ikaw na lang muna.
Medyo nagugutom ako eh.
Mga 10 minutes lang naman siguro eh. Abot ka dito sa second half. Ako bahala muna.
Ikaw na bahala ka. Kayang-kaya mo na naman. Matagal ka na rin naman sa line of work na to eh.
Saglit lang naman yung 8 Cuts break natin. But there you go. As we also want to remind you that that 8 Cuts in the Moment Group are our official catering partner right here in the Philippines Football League. And we see the body language, the John Posing and company locked in. They want to kick off this match already as changes are being made coming out of the dugout. And let's try to get confirmation once more. But from what we saw, Paul Mapula is one of those boys or men checking in for Mendiola. You see the likes of Jagobat Johnson and Jules Kumoin locked in. They want to go for number 3. They want their insurance goal.
Let's see from who from the 2 will get that 3rd goal for Garelli.
There you go. And let's talk about it, Ken. What are you expecting from the 2 teams coming out of halftime?
I think from the 2 teams, Garelli must still must start strong. We talk about taking the game away from Mendiola, managing the game. Keeping a clean sheet right now is their main objective while maintaining possession. On the other hand, we have Mendiola, who are down 2 goals at half, and they have to work even harder to get back in this game. But we still have 45 minutes left in this match, Claro, and this is a ball game, this is a football game, and anything can happen.
Well said. As this one all up for grabs in the second half, 45 minutes or so to separate these teams. Will Garelli at the least hold on, or will Mendiola, with their brave fighting spirit, as they say, claw their way back? We will see. And when we saw the chatter on social media, Mendiola were actually the favored team here.
Yes, Claro, tama ka dyan.
But we said it when the game started. all of that doesn't matter when it's kickoff. It's all down to what goes on here. And it was whipped in. It was James Dorrego, another man we are familiar with. As we have the whistle for a man down. You love the sportsmanship from Jules Kumoin. He is also apologizing in the process, but letting the referee know there was someone down. Oh, and it's Abalos.
Well, we can see here right now, Nikolai Abalos doing all right. He's a strong kid. Feel ko kayang-kaya niya yan.
Of course, these trainers, these players are all tough cookies by the way they've been working on the training pitch. So play to resume from the back. And we run through these scenarios or the backstories of these squads. Both are coming off losses. You do not want to lose 2 straight, but sadly for Garelli, that is what happened in the beginning of the season as they faced heavyweight Stallion Laguna FC and Kaya FC Iloilo. As there is Kirk C pictured again, the Golden Boot winner in the collegiate level in the NCAA, and he will look to spark Mendiola in this one. But as we were talking about the scenario of Garelli, will jump ship dito sa Mendiola. They did win their opener against Philippine Air Force, a 7-0 confidence booster. But they did fall to Davao Aguilas UMAC, 1-0, close-fought game. Their keeper, John Betano, actually also saved a penalty to keep it even closer.
Good ball fight right there.
Hamed. And you see with Hamed, he's very confident in tight spaces because of his futsal background. That's just very interesting.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Futsal, actually.
Yeah, when it's a big difference when you're playing futsal and when you're playing football. Because with futsal, I think the ball is a little bit heavier and smaller. And obviously, you don't have a lot of space in futsal. So you're working a lot with tight spaces and close touches.
So
Technique is it's much more important with playing futsal.
As we saw that back heel. So yung mga nagpo-futsal, sanay sa traffic. Pwede natin sabihin.
Tama yan, Claro. If you're Mendiola FC right now, we wanna take shots and attempts on goal.
Well,
So
here's
you
a
can
chance. Another foot race. Will this be 3? And it's good!
Golazo!
There you go. A cushion again for Garelli. A hat-trick for Jules Kumoin.
Hat-trick hero, Jules Kumoin. We can see their entire bench just joins their celebration. We can see how happy they are with that 3rd goal. You can see from the replay here, very good ball, very well threaded in. Jules Kumoin, foot race, just too quick, just slots it in again. Similar to his 2nd goal.
Cool, calm, and collected. Beating the back line. You see the frustration kicking in for Mendiola. It's unfortunate for them, but for Garelli, you gotta ride that wave. Use the momentum. Hard work paying off.
Hard work paying off. Exactly, Claro. We love what we're seeing from Garelli.
Go first. So there you go. Confirmation again. Kumoin with the hat trick. And we were mentioning again, there were predictions or chatter in social media. And people were predicting that Mendiola would take the win. But here we are. There's a potential upset in the cards.
Will we finally see Garelli take the 3 points from today and finally, get themselves in the win column?
And we saw in this match, in the beginning, that there was potential for this to be an absolute nail-biter. But with the tension, you could say that is the case. But if Garelli get one more goal, Ken, it'll be a different story.
I think they can take this game away from Mendiola.
But we saw Johnson couldn't take it. Still taking it in, though. He had Tirado on the left for him.
Very well defended.
Dribble lang dribble, pero hindi makashoot doon. As the other number 7, it's Nikolai Abalos on the other hand who will try to respond. And it's sent out to the side. Siguro may konting gigil doon sa sitwasyon na yon. And we have a change before we resume this match. Coming in is Regil Suplito.
Garelli United. Player number 20, D. Bolen. Replaced by player number 27, Regil Suplito.
What's interesting, Ken, is it's another midfielder in Suplito being put in for Bolen. It looks like they are sniffing more here when it comes to offense.
Looking at the game right now, we can see the two nines, Kumoin and Johnson, still pressing high. Despite the 3 goals, they still want more. They're still hungry for more. And you can see the motivation and the hunger they really want from this game.
When you give a team confidence, it's difficult to take it away from them, as they could potentially be clicking on all cylinders. And Abalos, the ball over the top. Flag stays down. Garelli, we're asking for offside there. Fornis gave it out wide. You see Mendiola getting their numbers down. Promising combinations. Will they cross? They eventually do so. But it was missed by John Tirado. Frustration. But Sancho couldn't keep it in on the other end. Frustration, but he'll take this cushion again. You're up by a few goals.
That was a good look, though. That was a good find by their right winger from Garelli. Good find to look for Tirado on the other side of the box.
And they'll work their way up again. And this is Clara Manzano on call for this match, alongside Ken Soriano, former Ateneo high school football captain.
Currently retired athlete.
Retired athlete na ba? kaya sumali ka na dito sa broadcast panel.
Ito na lang.
And thank you for sharing your knowledge with the game, of course. It is DB Garelli United again. Up 3-0 behind the hat-trick of Jules Comoin. And by my count, that is a hat-trick in 50 minutes. It is one of the fastest in this tournament, but we'll try to clarify indeed if that is the fastest overall. But we did get to see a number of hat-tricks also last PFL, the likes of Arda Chonker scoring about 3 goals in 20 minutes. But it's a new tournament here. Things are reset. And here's the dynamic duo again. Johnson, Kumoin.
Lovely skill.
Johnson still in. There was Mendiola's defense. And Pormento desperately tries to clear it. Here comes Red Fornis out of his right back position. Hamed. Working his magic. Abalos. Facing this hole they have to climb out of. And will it be a brave effort for Mendiola in this game? But that's not the case in this spell. They did get the ball forward though, but the shot I think wasn't enough to trouble Misagal. Johnson is sent over wide again. Tirado has been renewed in this second half. The back heel, Tirado!
Great pass! Golazo!
My oh my!
My oh my, Claro! What a goal!
A team effort, and look who joins the party.
Wow!
Goosebumps with that play, wowing us.
Claro, we gotta take a look at that replay once again. The combination by Jules Comoin and Tirado.
And I was about to praise Kumoin and Johnson in this game because these guys play so close, never bumped one another.
You can see that little 1-2. First time shot by Tirado. Top bins from him. Too easy. Lovely back heel right there. First time with his left foot. Up to the bottom, up to the top right corner. Wow, Claro, I think that's candidate for goal of the season. For me.
Of course. But you being an analyst, you bring in that knowledge for us, and you add the cherry or the icing, or add the onion ring on top. Kumoin getting an assist to add to his hat trick.
If we look at that replay again, just looking at the technique of Tirado. First time back heel by Jules Kumoin. And first time shot with his left foot. Inside the box. Top bins.
Takes some technique to be able to do that.
Exactly.
Pinapractice nila yan, syempre.
For Mendiola FC 1991. Player number 23, Yusuke Nita. Replaced by player number 14, Peter John Banaynal.
In comes PJ Banaynal, one of Mendiola's veterans, as Yusuke Nita, one of their Japanese players, will step off.
Garelli United alive in this game. You just know they're hungry to get that 3 points today.
And you see, they got the 3-0 lead. There's no stopping. They added 1. But here was Fornes who got the touch. Posing couldn't get to it. But what's interesting, Ken, is Mendiola are actually getting forward. But what's lacking?
I think with Mendiola, Claro, they're lacking that quality and technique inside the box. Because we can see they have the right intention. They're trying to get aggressive up top. Look at them now, pressing up high.
But Hamed gets it now. They forced an error. But Garelli had their numbers back. A chance, but it is skied again. That's not the first time we've seen them sky an opportunity like that, way over the crossbar.
As I was saying, Claro, it's just the quality of finishing inside the box. You know, I think that's what they're lacking. Kasi we can see them naman holding the ball, pressing. They're winning the ball back.
So okay naman yung ginagawa ni Mendiola, save for when they are in the attacking area, yung final third. That's interesting. But a chance now.
I think it's just about converting their chances. Because we can see from the statistics here, Mendiola right now, 6 shots to 2 shots on target. I think not bad, just decent.
Dito naman, in contrast, naka 9 shots yung Garelli with 4 on target. All shots on target, translating to a goal based on our statistics. Some patient play. But you have to applaud the discipline of Mendiola. They're down, but they're sticking and trusting that system. That's the system that they've established ever since they entered the PFL in 2019.
Again, keeping it simple. That's what I like to see from Mendiola. Despite being 4 goals down, they're still sticking to that game plan, keeping it simple.
Sometimes it's not your day, but if a team does go down, they'll at least go down fighting. But we're not saying Mendiola's down because there's 30 more minutes of play. But as you say, pinapakita yung dog, pinapakita yung angas, never say die attitude.
Yes. Tama, Claro.
And there you go. We have our cooling break. Teams will take this chance to rehydrate, as we will take it pitch side to Nina Avia to give us a report.
Even if PFL newcomers Garelli United has a 4-point lead, mas tutok actually ang head coach nila si Coach Joel. Because as mentioned earlier, this is the first time in the season they scored and are leading. Prior to the match, Coach Joel said he knows the reason his players are here is really for the love of the game. And as their coach, he just wants to be able to help them showcase their best performance. Team manager Carl Carl Claudio said earlier that their losses in the past couple of weekends was definitely tough and acknowledges that they did go against the two top teams in the country, but Coach Joel said he wants the team to use that experience as learnings moving forward, and that we can definitely see that as Garelli is playing this game with more confidence and control, so let's see how they can protect this lead throughout the rest of the match. Claro and Kendricks.
Teams are now concluding our cooling or water break and talk about bounce back. Some extra insight there about DB Garelli's efforts in hopes of sealing their first win. And they are in the driver's seat to take it away, but 30 more minutes to play.
I think with Garelli, they're doing a very great job of taking the game away from Mendiola. Up 4 goals, 62nd minute. You're in a very, very good position. I think their next challenge right now for Garelli is, other than adding more to the score sheet, is to keep a clean sheet.
There you go. Pag clean sheet, yung masaya, yung depensa at goalkeeper.
Everyone's happy, Claro.
Well, at the least, if Mendiola get a goal here, they can get going. I don't think it's time yet to just call a goal a consolation here. If they get 1 goal back, they'll be back in this game. As they are working now on the right. They're rejuvenated off that cooling break. But Tirado couldn't reach it.
Just a little too strong for Tirado. I think the fatigue for everyone is starting to kick in. As you can see, there's a player down right now. Not exactly sure what happened.
But of course, with the heat, it is easier to fall to cramps or even any injuries. Kasi medyo napapagod yung katawan dahil sa init.
We also saw si Tirado once he wasn't able to get the ball. He was a little bit stretching his calf muscles. And you can see how the fatigue is slowly kicking in as the game progresses.
That can be a bit worrying, of course. You want to end this match as much as possible with your main guns, and you want them to be healthy. And there's a replay of some of the recent chances that Mendiola have been able to pour on. Chances for Mendiola, because this is how they were trying to respond to that 4th goal of Garelli.
With Garelli as well, they're also trying to cut off the mistakes.
That's right. As we see now, play will resume in a bit. Garelli will be down to 10 players temporarily. Play now resumed. Let's assess the standings quickly. If this result sticks, Garelli will jump to the middle of the table or yung ating standings. They will get 3 points now because this will be their first win. 1 win will give you 3 points to your points tally. And that is our basis for ranking teams. Should teams figure in a draw, they will get 1 point each. As they try to play that diagonal ball to slice the defense. But should this stick again, Garelli moves up to the middle. Mendiola will remain. Because when we look at the agenda of Mendiola, they want to get that win, and should they manage to do so and stage a comeback, they will stay on pace with the likes of Kaya, Stallion Laguna, Wantagig, and Manila Digger, who have 2 wins in as many games. Kaya kita nga natin yung implications. Ken, walang finals. Every game counts here. Whoever finishes as number 1 after the single round robin, sila magiging champions dito. As here comes Johnson again. He's been one of the magic men for them too. But it's no good.
We saw Johnson with that lovely flick down that left flank. Drives it to the middle and just takes the opportunity to put that ball in the back of the net. Unfortunately, goes out wide.
Gusto niya rin sumali sa party nila, no?
He wants to get on that score sheet.
Well, here was a shove. And eventually there's the whistle from Chris Mark Nanyola. It was Kirk C who was floored.
So you can see some activity down here. Hamed frustrated by Garelli, center back, kicking the ball out of the field.
With the scoreline favoring Garelli. You can see, of course, their intention to take time off the clock. That's something we see from teams who are leading, regardless. Here comes Johnson. His teammate on the other side asking for it, pero offside daw ang tawag. Kita mo nga, medyo inis sila dun. It was Regio Soplito on the other end. Their fresh legs. At kita nga natin, gigil sila.
Gigil sila eh. Still hungry for more goals. So you can see activity down here. Substitution.
In comes Paulo Alovera and Leandro Fonteles de Quirios.
Number 9, Leandro Fonteles de Quirios. Substitution for Don Bosco Garelli United. Player number 14, Johnsburg Sancho, replaced by player number 28, Paulo Alovera.
So there you go. Soplito and Alovera check in while Kevin Banagodos and Johnsburg Sancho will step off. And it's 67 minutes done and dusted for that duo. Banagodos again, his brother playing for the Adamson Soaring Falcons in the UAAP.
Garelli on the break now.
And it's Soplito again, showing us he's got that dribbling ability. Over to Fonteles. Fonteles showing his footwork too. Talk about game changers here.
Making a quick impact in the game.
And with that, we do have a free kick, and we did not see that many free kicks actually. 4 both squads, I think, by my count. Or free kicks in the attacking ends respectively.
We can see, as we can see, Terrado down right now on the field. Stretcher coming out.
Well, they are leading and would like to take some time away from this game because they want to play safe, I think.
Tama, Claro.
But heading into the game, we can be transparent about this. Coach Joel did say that they could work on their fitness. That's one weakness he said that they want to address.
Yes, Claro. I think when we were talking to Coach Joel, not only was fitness, something they can work on. He also mentioned chemistry was not yet there. But by the looks of it, Claro, parang ang ganda ng linalaro ng Garelli ngayon. You can see that they're slowly building up that chemistry. Parang ang fit na fit sila eh.
Nandun yung momentum and may gana rin lamang sila.
May gana rin eh.
As they try to fire but it hits the crossbar. Fonteles, his first touches in this game have been electric.
Game changer nga.
Sabi nga natin. And he is listed as a striker, so kita nga natin ang intensyon ni Coach Joel Villarino. Coach Joel, a long-timer. Again, he has coached the likes of Kaya, Pachanka, also Green Archers United. That's where he got his link with Rederick Fornes, who is his starting fullback actually dito sa Garelli United FC. And Coach did say he came close to retiring, especially with the pandemic, but it looks like the likes of Sir Carl Claudio and company got to work their magic and bring him here to lead them. But if they want to get themselves going this season, they'll need to close this 20 minutes strong. Sabi mo nga, Ken, clean sheet ang susunod dito sa kanilang list of things to do. Well, here comes Kumoin again. Well, it looks like there's a call.
Yellow card.
A yellow card.
I think that's our first yellow card of the game, Claro.
Now, he'll have to be careful. You don't want to lose your star striker.
after scoring 3 goals, you definitely don't want to lose him.
And let's not forget about that assist. Kulang na lang siguro mag-defender shot, mag-goalkeeper.
I feel like Jules Comain could be potential candidate for moment group player of the game.
That's right.
Number 21, Norman Leo.
He got the impact. He gave the impact that Coach Joel needed. Things have been getting physical as of late, but there's the veteran moves of Hamed. He got it going quickly. You saw the initiative, and you like that.
It's a great thread in between the spaces.
And here comes the cross. Contact though. The cross was whipped in by Paul Mapula. Well, we see John Misagal taking quite a hit. And he's taking a number of those, but that's part of the job description for goalkeepers.
100%, Clara. You know, as a goalkeeper, you're gonna take a lot of hits. You know, oof. Kasi watching from that replay again, parang yun rin, naramdaman ko rin yun, Claro.
Ako rin. And it was quite late from Dijan Pusing. Looks like there's some frustration kicking in too. But you also have to keep your composure when things aren't going your way. Tandaan natin, may carry over sa yellow cards. If you get 2 yellow cards in one game, you get a red card and are sent off, and you get a suspension. If you get 2 yellow cards in 2 games, you will also miss matches. But the switch by Mendiola on the left, they try to fire it. Loose handles by the keeper though. They take it, but it's over the bar again. Frustration kicking in for Dijan Pusing and DB Garelli. And that's the afternoon for them in a nutshell, pwede natin sabihin.
Substitution for Mendiola FC 1991. Player number 16.
Talk about being unlucky for Mendiola. You can see they're making a lot of attempts. It's just the chances that they're not converting. It's very unfortunate right now for them.
So we saw their change. We saw Aaron Nebreja check in. He is often utilized as a target man, actually. He's also a coach at the youth level. And he could change up this game by being that target man with his height. But they get it over Fonteles. Fonteles pa rin.
Fonteles,
Cheeky stuff. Fornis, he'll try to stabilize it at the back. And that's what they do. Fornis combining well. Will this be another chance for them?
Claro, that was beautiful combination play from Garelli. Just to get inside that box. Little basic 1-2.
It was Regil Soplito again. That man of the bench has been giving confidence. As this ball is cleared, safety first. At umabot nga doon sa ating bleachers. And it is free, mind you, to catch the PFL action over at the bleachers. But if you do want to join us at the grandstand, it is 150 pesos for a day pass. You can purchase your tickets on the spot right here. 50 pesos will go to your team of choice. As here's loose handles now. And that took some skill to get it out. I love to see the replay of that, actually. Ganun kabilis.
Garelli right now.
Space to operate. Norman Neo ran out of space. And look at this. Coach Joel not happy with that. Kahit lamang sila.
Claro, we love seeing that from a coach.
There you go.
You know, galit na galit pa rin siya. Kahit Garelli's up 4-0, we still like seeing that Coach Joel is still demanding more from his players.
And I just want to be objective here. It was a tough day to forget for Garelli because they lost to Kaya by a whopping scoreline. Siyempre nainis si Coach Joel, and that was the clearance there. It may have been from Solomon Nobu. Chasing that clean sheet, napakaswave. And there you go.
Great clearance by Solomon Nobu.
That's right. Well, their cornerstone on defense. And just going back in story ako dun, Coach Joel was definitely furious with the way they played against Kaya as a result of
100%.
that loss. And yung intensity niya dun sa galit, nandito pa rin. Kahit lamang pa rin ang Garelli. Coach Joel trying to bring out every ounce of performance from his boys. Because if you are not able to close this game strong, baka makarry over yan sa susunod. That's why you also see Mendiola fighting hard. Because they still want to bring out that performance. And you know guys, of course, like Hamed Hadjimadi, Aaron Nebreja, you name them. And their San Beda boys, a long list, Nicolai Abalos, Juan Reña. They really bring in that intensity. They bring in that fighting spirit.
Just talking about intensity, Claro. I think Mendiola's still keeping up to that standard of intensity. Again, despite being 4 goals down, they're still fighting back. And look, as they push the ball forward down the flank, Nicolai Abalos now with a shot.
And they got to find their man up front. And it is Dijon Pusing. It's been a tough day for him. Will this goal be a mere consolation? We will find out because there is limited time. But hey, still game on right here.
Still game on.
Never count out the brave men. Hard work paying off on the other end. Dijon Pusing had trouble finishing earlier. And you pointed out.
Great run by Nicolai Abalos. As I mentioned earlier, we know what he can do when he's on the ball. They're gonna feed him the ball, drive up to this space and use his space. And with his technique, find their strikers up front, as you can see, just as what he did.
So Dijon Kenji Pusing gets it on the scoreboard now. And we would like to point out that, or just what you said, Mendiola have actually been on the attack. And they finally get that one here. Will they make it too? Here comes Hamed. Threads the needle now. Flag stays down without a doubt. And this looks like it's Kirk C. Still dribbling through traffic, negotiating, takes it. But we saw it was no good from the get-go. But now Garelli will take their sweet time in resuming play. And you mentioned it earlier, Ken. Garelli have the lead. Clean sheet yung hinahabol. But that clean sheet spoiled now.
Yes, Claro, spoiled na yung clean sheet. Next objective for Garelli, I think. No second goal for Mendiola.
And there you go.
Keep it at 1 and try to score another one. So we can see the replay again. Dijon Pusing, just the right place, right time, I think.
And there was that attempt to answer back quickly, but it is no good for Garelli.
Mendiola just got slacking a little bit in their defense.
And away from the camera, it looks like Coach Joel was believing that goal was offside. We just got to see the replay. Coach Joel furious. And we do understand why, as we explained earlier. Well, here comes Mendiola. They'll try to roll the dice. One turn after the other. That goal giving them some life.
We can see now from Mendiola. Right now they have most of the possession and they're still holding the ball. Statistics show right now they're about 48% possession, doing a little bit better keeping the ball and moving it around.
Well, here comes the cross, but it's calmly into the gloves of Misagal.
I think with Mendiola, they're not backing down talaga, Claro.
Tama nga yan. If they will go down, at least it will be fighting, as we say, with their brave spirit. But his game's not yet over. Kumoin tried to get it over to his teammate. It was Norman Neo who was playing in the middle. Couldn't thread the needle though. You see Mendiola hustling hard with their back line. It's 4 players down. But that gutsy sliding tackle just seemed to be enough to get the stop, but they concede the corner in the process. And there's a look at Regil Suplito.
Lovely skill by Regil Suplito to keep that ball in. We initially saw him lose the ball, but we love seeing players that win the ball back again and retain possession.
As we saw Carl Claudio pictured in the technical area. It looks like they want to do some fine-tuning to see this smoothly to the end. And they pass this one back. Of course, given that they have that luxury of the lead, but his long ball over the top looking promising. Kumoin, will he add to his tally? He came closer, attempted to round his man. Jacob Tanyamar standing strong.
82nd minute now. Garelli 4, Mendiola 1.
And when we look at the goals again for them, Kumoin with a hat trick and an assist. Contributing to 3 of their goals. And what a game it has been. Well, here comes the corner. It's sent in. Garelli not sending their men all the way in, but Mendiola do so in the process.
Jules Kumoin using his size and frame just to cover the ball.
It will be a corner again. Pretty much, we don't say it's a retake, of course. But the keeper had some loose handles, but Pellejo eventually gets this. Long ball now to trigger this. But with the impending results, Ken, what could be next for these 2 squads? Mendiola losing 2 straight, but we said that's a big no-no, of course. That could derail you.
I think with the results that's gonna happen after this game, definitely Mendiola must win their next game. You know, you don't want to lose 3 straight. And with Garelli, it's definitely a confidence booster for them. Definitely, they're very motivated to play in the next game. You know, as we said earlier, coming off 2 losses from powerhouse teams. And if they come out with a win in today's game, you know, it definitely looks good for them.
It is easy to get that confidence, or it is easy to get going when you have that confidence just surfing that wave. Pero unfortunately to say, it is also very easy to get into that spiral when teams are having a tough game.
100% Clara.
Hamed lobs this one, looking promising. Not the best touches right there from Pusing. Manebreja will head over to Misagal to resume play quickly. Just a little friendly nudge right there. Maybe try to get him out and get a goal, a corner kick rather.
When we talk about managing the game, you know, that's also part of it. As the goalie wastes time because, you know, they're up already.
May mga discarding nga dun
yes,
sa football
yun nga,
game,
discarte
diba?
lang.
And when I get to work with some other commentators, of course, who have years of experience in their belt, ang tawag nila dun, veteran moves daw. Of course, given your UAP experience, my veteran moves ka rin siguro. As they couldn't connect with Pusing. Bodies in the box. They have 2 target men now. But this one hitting the roof of the netting, no goal.
Referee called it as a goal kick, I believe.
And there you go. So again, just to recap, the potential implication with the standings, Mendiola will remain in 5th place with 3 points. That's 1 win in 3 games. While Garelli, on the other hand, will actually head over with identical records now with Mendiola. 1 win in 3 games. But goal difference is a factor. If ever we are tied on points, goal difference will be the next criteria, or will be the next basis.
Great defending by, I believe that was Abalos. Great recovery run just to protect the ball. Trying to stop Garelli from adding another goal.
Well, here comes another chance now. The keeper is definitely off his line. He got the stop, but you love that your backline's there to clean up and avoid any rebounds. And there was a fall from a man at the back from Garelli. Referee said play on. This rolls out of play, but down is another man. And looks like they are keen to take some time away.
I think referee has handed another yellow card. I believe that is number 29 from Mendiola.
And that is Kirk C. That's right. He carries the name Rosal at the back of his jersey. Well, here we go, another stoppage as the referee calls for the physiotherapist. There you go again, confirmation that Kirksey has gotten a yellow card. And you want to avoid yellow cards despite of the game having a scoreline like this, don't you think?
100% Claro. Because as you said earlier, it carries over. And you definitely don't want to lose your key players because of yellow cards. As we see the replay again. Great cross.
This was what led to Mendiola's goal. From the hand signals we could see, I think Coach Joel Villarino was contesting and saying that was potentially offside.
I believe that could have been offside. Just looking at the replay again.
But of course, the referee's decisions sticks.
Yep, final decision by the referee.
They deemed it was good.
Mendiola gets their first goal of the game.
But in tough scenarios like this, you'll take your consolations because then again, earlier we said it is possible that their goal wouldn't be a consolation. It could be a sign of a comeback. But with time ticking by, it is not on their side. They have their work cut out. But here's a cross sent in for the back post. The keeper couldn't get to it. Play is still alive now on the left this time around. Lovely dummy. Abalos playing narrow. He couldn't get past Fonteles though. Mendiola tried to reset with a little space. Abalos. He did assist their goal, mind you. But here comes Fornes. That's what he likes to do again. He is a speedster on the wing. When this one goes out, don't you forget, up next at 5:45 p.m. we do have Tuloy FC and Cebu FC squaring off. And to end the day, we have Army FC and One Taguig squaring off. Parang Taguig derby yan because there is One Taguig representing the city, and we do see Army who are also based in the vicinity.
Yes.
So okay ang ating matchups ngayon.
And we can see here from the fourth official, 7 minutes of added time here in this match between Garelli and Mendiola.
There you go. It was Chris Belcayabyab, ang ating fourth official, who confirmed as Hamed is furious, pleading for a card there with the way he was fouled, saying that his shirt was tugged. But here is a set piece. Tomorrow, don't you forget, at the Rizal Memorial Stadium, Stallion and Manila Montet will square off. Here's a shot taken!
Ooh!
4-2. It's still game on. Plenty of time left here.
There's still a lot of time for Mendiola to make something happen. And that goal was done
Silver Pormento.
by Silver Pormento, number 8. Great contact with the ball, as you can see from the replay. Just hits it well to get Mendiola's second goal
One touch.
of the game. Yes, one touch. Great technique.
And this is what we were talking about. When Mendiola scored their first, we were mentioning that it is possible that goal wouldn't be a consolation. It would be a potential fight back. But Garelli want to hold on again behind the hat-trick of Kumoin and John Tirado. But if they could pick up a goal, why not, of course?
Why not? Ganadong, as from the looks of it, ganado ngayon, Claro, ang Mendiola. Still not stopping.
And their spirit emerging even further. Well, here comes a much-needed stop. Garelli aren't able to secure it, though, behind the likes of Paulo Alovera. But they did take some time off. The throw-in was taken. It's given to Hamed. If they get one goal here, they'll get within one. There's a cheeky back heel from Mapula.
Hamed, lovely tight space action there. You can see he's frustrated with his teammates right now, asking for to pass it to his feet.
Less than 5 minutes remaining in additional time. I think that's still a lot here. Tumaas bigla ang intensity natin. Abalos from the middle.
Great think over.
But there is that tackle from Regil Suplito. And we want to invite you, of course, to watch this match live in high definition on Premier Sports. As there is this challenge. And where can you catch Premier Sports? It's on Signal TV, channel 272, and on Sky Cable on 176. All matches this weekend will also be aired on that platform, live in HD on Premier Sports. Don't you forget, you're also catching the games on pfl.org.ph, also on Blast TV. And other than Blast TV and Premier Sports, there's Premier Football. Kelm is also the official outfitter of the PFL, while Star is the official match ball. And 8 Cuts is our official catering partner. As here comes an outswinger, Kumoin, and get the best touch. Time ticking by. Mendiola desperate to get forward. They've scored twice. Will they make it thrice? As they hit it out wide. C. Trying to get past his opponent, and he wins them a valuable set piece on the right.
Hamed quickly takes it.
And it's the cross. Some loose handles here from Misagal, but eventually gets it. No clean sheet here, but he's had his work cut out and has been able to deliver. Now they have to see the last 3 minutes or so.
Clara, despite Garelli not having clean sheet, I think after this game they can be satisfied with the result. 4-2, get the 3 points.
And hey, a win's a win, right?
It's a win.
Of course, you would have liked to see this one through with the clean sheet, because there was a point in this game they were up 4-0, as we saw. But here comes the through ball. Flag stays down. But a brilliant tackle from Mendiola. Combinations now to get it forward. Pormento and Hamed in the midfield. It's out wide again. C. You see his confidence with the ball again.
I think C asking for a shove to his face right there. To the linesman.
With a throw in taken. It's down the line. We saw that header from Mendiola, from Paul Mapula. Mapula was actually the man who came up with the tackle that has paved way to this wave in the attack. Abalos couldn't get past though. He tried to shift lanes, but here comes Fonteles.
2v1 action. Kumoin.
Flag stays down. When he couldn't get it over to the other end, Mendiola getting their men in the middle.
Just couldn't find Fonteles in the middle.
And should this stick also, this will be Garelli's first win in PFL competitions. And when we say PFL competitions, that's the Philippines Football League and Copa Paulino Alcantara. Because when we look at it, Garelli were winless in 5 games at the Copa, which was held late last year.
So Claro, you can really tell they're ecstatic about this win.
The passion in being part of history, but here comes Fonteles driving past. Unselfish on the play. Johnson couldn't take it though. Johnson again, as we said earlier, gusto niya sumali sa kanilang party. Here's the through ball.
Kumoin.
Desperate.
Ooh.
Close but not quite.
I think he just lost his balance there.
As we were about to say, desperate defending from Mendiola. You get it done. Too close for comfort. But at the end of the day, there is relief that they came away with a stop. And there's the full-time whistle. 4-2. Don Bosco or DB Garelli United get their inaugural victory. Not just in the Philippines Football League, but in the PFL competitions as a whole. They were winless last Copa, and in their 3rd game this PFL, they get their breakthrough win. Kumoin with a hat-trick. Tirado made it 4. Kumoin added an assist, but Mendiola came close, but their comeback came short. Pusing and Pormento came away as the goal scorers. What a treat here. At nasa unang laban pa lang tayo, Ken.
Claro, you can really see how much they wanted this win. Garelli, you know how much it meant to them. It means to them right now that they finally get the 3 points.
When we talk about Mendiola FC, they have the tools again because they got to display that not just in their win versus Air Force, but also in their loss against Davao Aguilas UMAC. They were able to also bring in the performance that they were looking for. But it's a tough day for them again, and I think they also showed some promise here dito para sa Mendiola, despite the loss.
100%, Claro. Despite the result, looking back at the match, we can see that Mendiola has made a lot of chances during the game. You know, it was just very unfortunate for them that they couldn't finish as well as Garelli in the final third, as Garelli converted 4 chances.
No points here for Mendiola to add to their tally. They remain in the middle of the standings, while Garelli will jump now to that logjam in the middle. And that was the best case scenario for them heading into this one. But when we look at the perspective of Mendiola, a consolation or naging consolation na lang yung mga goals nila. I think scoring in losses is something that you can take away. The handshakes everywhere. And as you said, Ken, the win gives confidence to DB Garelli United.
They're going to take this win in the next game. They're going to take this confidence and they're going to try to build momentum towards the next few games.
Tama nga yan, as we see now the likes of Tuloy FC and Dynamic Herb Cebu FC warming up. But we still have some updates in this match for you. But what a match it was indeed. DB Garelli United did get some of their goals against the run of play, but I think you'll take it in that scenario. Their defense made it work.
100%. The defense definitely did make it work.
As we'll take it to pitch level to Nina Alvia with our man of the match.
With a hat-trick made for Garelli United FC, we have Jules. Congratulations again, Jules, for this amazing win. And I just want to ask, were there any changes in the mindset considering the 2 tough losses that you guys had and then this win?
Yeah, after we lost our first game against the best team of the country, Kaya and Stallion, yeah, we went to the labo and yeah, we was working ourselves like to prepare to the next game. We know it's not yet done. We still have like 12 or 11 more games to play. So yeah, we're working hard and then we're not like, yeah, you pay today.
So you personally had a great game. How are you feeling right now?
I feel amazing. I feel amazing. Actually, I don't know what to say because I can say it's because also of my teammates. We was pushing very hard, and yeah, the result was there. The result was there.
What are your expectations now for the next few games?
For the next game, yeah, we're gonna work again because it's not yet done. We say have like long, I can say more game coming, so we're gonna work hard and then hard, yeah, to prepare for the next game.
Congratulations again, Jules. Back to you, Clara and Kendricks.
Thank you very much, Nina, and congratulations to Jules Comoin again, your moment player of the match, powered by 8 cuts, and they did show it. His accuracy in terms of shooting and the second most passes in the team. He's been able to do it for them on offense. But it looks like we have our highlights right here to keep us company in this match. But it looks like, and there you go, we have our highlights again. And this means the world again to DB Garelli.
As you said, as what Jules Comoin said earlier, this win today gives them confidence, gives them a confidence boost for the next 11 games. You know, they're gonna take it one game at a time, trying to get 3 points every match.
Yeah, they sure did rack up the points, but that one was no good kasi tumama nga sa parang bubong ng ating goal net.
I also like what Jules Comoin said. They have 12 more games left in the season. It's a long season, and they got to stay focused and look forward to the next game.
The man from Ivory Coast is sure locked in, not getting carried away by this result because tama nga, you have a great number of games to play, and this one, they moved to the middle of the standings, and that's definitely not enough. The story does not end there. And we could say the story also carries on dito para sa Mendiola FC 1991 because they have been able to show us what they can do with their results. These guys have been able to deliver overall in the PFL competitions. Mga big boys din sila because they are one of the established teams in the league again. But it's all smiles here, and there was sure some scrappy play in this game. And there's Nicolai Abalos.
Definitely, Claro. Likewise, Mendiola still has more games left, and they can definitely turn it around the next game. Despite two consecutive losses, they can definitely turn something around and make something happen to get back in the win column.
And there you see the goals from the likes of Kenji Pusing and Silver Pormento as they trim the deficit, but it wasn't enough. But that does it for this game. It is DB Garelli United 4, Mendiola FC 1991 2. But up next is Tuloy FC squaring off with dynamic Herb Cebu FC. This will also mark the first time that these two teams will square off, so don't you go away. Philippines Football League action will resume in a bit, but in behalf of Direct Francis Hopilio, this was Claro Manzano on call for this match alongside Ken Soriano and Nina Avia, your pitchside reporter. Goodbye from the first game, but our crew will catch you in the next one.
Always trying to put me down on the ground, but I haters be jealous cause I'm the right in their mind. In their minds, screw up with me, boy, don't go crying. In their minds, come on, at me, boy.